Hi, it's Chris Adams from gShift Labs. I am the co-founder and chief technology officer. We're a web presence optimization company. We understand everything about your organization's web presence. We look at your search engine rankings, how your website's performing, how your social media is performing, the factors and indicators or signals that are actually being produced by your organization, and how they actually reflect what Google's thinking about your organization, and ultimately how that would actually look in terms of getting your pages to rank in the top 10 for the phrases that you want. Sounds simple? Well, let's take a peek at some things that are happening with people that are putting out press releases today. So gShift just recently put out a PR impact report. It could be called a content campaign report. What we're trying to highlight here is really, looking for a quick way to gain insight into how press releases support your search engine optimization program. And when we go into this today, we're going to know, what do we need to know first of all? Well, what we do know is that press releases do help support backlinks. They are syndicated on reputable news websites. So having great anchor text and having good backlinks in your press releases does matter. When crafted, or when well written, with search in mind, the press release itself can actually rank for those keyword phrases as well, and that's very important. What we're getting into today and what we're really seeing today with a number of organizations is that when they're putting out press releases, they're putting out kind of a content campaign around that release. So what they're doing as well is they're building a YouTube video, they're putting out supporting blog posts, and potentially new web pages supporting that feature or that new service that's being highlighted in the press release. And all of these things are interrelated and hyperlinked together. We then also use social media to provide the source material so the search engines can find that content faster. And also, that social signals do matter today. Typically, it's around 8% of the search engine algorithm. So the more social signals that are produced to these pieces of content, the higher the relevancy is of that content. So what we need to do is we need to report on this. I mean, that just in that last sentence alone that I just said, it seems like there's a lot of data there, and there is. And how do we gain access to that data very quickly? And how do we just see it at a 10,000-foot view so I can actually see, hey, what's the impact of this content? What happened? How are these content pieces ranking in search engines like Google? And how can I do better next time? Let's take a peek here. So inside of gShift, I can take a look at when I launched my press release, and you can see on the light blue line that we were ranking around 16, and after Google crawled after that press release, the content piece shot up into I think the 3rd position. So that was quite interesting. Part of our PR impact report as well is that we can compress and look at just one keyword phrase with the pieces of content that we just produced, such as a web page, we have a blog post, and we have 2 press releases around that particular piece of content. So that's what we're looking at right now. We can see that we have what we call a 99% gShift score. It's actually an algorithm that we came up with to figure out how many pages are actually ranking for that one phrase, and there's a score towards having obviously more pages in the top 50. So we do have these pieces of content, and they're ranging from 5 to 32. So that's pretty cool. We're seeing some top-level data here just in terms of the overall gShift score with 3 or 4 keyword phrases that we wanted to rank for, looking at total social shares in LinkedIn, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, backlinks. These are the things that matter. It's really simple to run, really simple to report on. Ultimately, we need to do this in today's modern world where we're putting out kind of strategic content pieces on a could be typically a lot of companies are putting them out on a monthly basis, if not a quarterly basis. And so we need to see this data in wholeality. You need to see it in a simple format. So we feel at gShift that you should see it inside of an SEO software reporting system. So check out gShift Labs again at gshiftlabs.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Chris H. Adams. or you can follow gShift Labs as well on Twitter. Thank you.